y'all, it's your girl Aud here, and I am back with another video. So, returning subscribers, if there are any returning subscribers, welcome back. Any new subscribers, welcome to the channel, y'all. So, this video is going to be all about where I've been. So, if you're interested in seeing how my spiritual journey has been going, keep watching. So, where have I been? Last time I uploaded a video, I told you guys about my spiritual journey, and since then, it was like I had more to do. So I was called to go into hermit mode. Hermit mode, what is that? That is when you disconnect from the world, essentially. You can look within, find your issues, weed out what has been given to you by others, other people's negativity towards you and negativity about you, all those things. You get to actually focus on you, your mind, what makes you happy, what makes you sad, and why. That is what I did. I disconnected as much as I possibly could without being a jerk to people, and I went within. I meditated. I had grand conversations with myself out in nature. I had conversations with good friends. And sometimes your downloads come through other people, right? You never know where the universe is going to present your information or how. You grab it from wherever you can. Whatever resonates with you, you grab it. So I did that. I healed so many of my traumas. I literally have healed my nervous system by working through all my traumas. Now, how do I know I've healed my nervous system? We all know when we get triggered by something, people use that word too much. When you actually get triggered by something, not because something made you upset, when your body has a reaction that you did not think of, meaning something happens, now your heart's racing, you're breathing heavy and whatnot, you get literal anxiety, and it's not something that you can control. What that is your body going back to that moment when whatever that thing is that happened, and it's giving you the same fear over and over and over again. That's essentially what anxiety is you reliving the fear and hopelessness that you felt in the moment when whatever that thing, that trauma happened, right? And so things might trigger you. Things that might remind you of that trauma will trigger your body to have that kind of response. I healed all that because I literally took my traumas and worked them from start to finish. I have literally found out, I'm a whole artist. I had no idea. I've always been, if you guys have been here since the beginning, I've always done hair and makeup and whatnot, but there were a lot of things that I didn't know about myself until 2020, until I got to be at home and actually sit down and figure me out. That's when the floodgates opened. I paint, I do resin art, I have been DIYing my whole apartment. I mean, I have changed so much about my daily experience. Everything is just so intentional now. The reason why I know I never really found out that I was an artist before was because I had people around me who just didn't nurture that. Like I was with somebody for a very long time who would make fun of everything that I liked. This was just how they interacted with their family, so that's another thing that we all must consider. What is a person's family dynamic like? Because you need to know how they're going to bring that over into your relationship. But that's a whole nother video. I digressed. But yeah, so I wouldn't try things because I would think that I would get made fun of. So I just straight up wouldn't try things. I would, I would diminish myself to avoid being made fun of. And I did that for a very, very, very long time. And I realized in 2020 that I was doing that. And so I stopped that shit.
Period.
Period.
Period. Period. Period. Period. Period. Period. Period.
Like, just straight up, I stopped. And then it was like the floodgates opened and all the things that I was great at just came pouring out. What else? Not only did I do that, where I figured out who I was, I figured out the things that I'm creative at and that I love and whatnot, I also figured out how to have it be that people aren't able to trigger me anymore, right? I don't allow others to change my energy. I change the energy in the room, right? Because I would walk into rooms around people who I knew, people, family and whatnot, and it just feels terrible. You feel this sense of dread because everyone around you is so negative and awful towards each other, towards you, towards the situation, just negative. You know, those kind of toxic people, but that's a whole nother video. I just realized my happiness and well-being is more important than anything, because, you know, the people that I would allow to diminish me were never strangers. I've always been one to never give a fuck about what anybody thinks about me. You know, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do regardless. But for some reason, I still haven't quite figured why I did that. Men who are important in my life, my automatic response to them is, I need to change myself to conform to whatever you got going on, right? I need to make you comfortable at all times. I need to always be catering to you, whether that be in conversation or in any other situation, right? So I did that with people, and it just diminished me because I didn't say the things that I wanted to say. I didn't do the things that I wanted to do. And, you know, I just allowed it to dull my light in a sense, right? And again, like I said, I'm not saying that these people were the way that they were and in the way that they affected me. They weren't doing that intentionally. It's just who they were, right? I not only figured out that those people were affecting me negatively, I also took it steps further to figure out, okay, now why do they behave like that? And so this is why I'm not angry at them, because when you go, everything comes from something, right? And so when you figure out that this person is this way because this person treated them that way, and it's a cycle, and it goes on and on and on. And so I learned to live intentionally, meaning from the time I wake up in the morning to the time I go to bed at night, every single thing I do, how does this make me feel? How does this affect me? Does it affect me positively? Does it affect me negatively? Does it change the way I think? Does it change my mood? Does it change my perspective? All those things have to be considered with everything that you do, because your subconscious is always listening. It's going to be the next video I do right after this one. Is going to be all about your subconscious and how easily we've all been indoctrinated and manipulated. So we must be able to discern who's good for us and who's bad for us, right? And this doesn't have anything to do with them. We have to stop thinking, oh, it's my friend, I've known them for this long. Oh, this is my family, they're my family, I have to love them. This is my spouse, we've been together this long. If that person makes you feel like trash, and even after you tell them that they make you feel like trash, they don't change anything, because people don't know what they don't know. So unless you communicate, you'll never know what a person is capable of for you, right? So you have to give people a chance to be what you need them to be in the moments when you need them to be that. So, but there are some people who are just will say to you right to your face, well, this is how I am. If you don't like that, then... And those people, you just throw up your deuces and say, you know what? It was cool while it lasted, but I gotta love you from afar. Simple as that. When you don't clear space for you to grow from these people and from these things, you'll never reach any levels of self-actualization. Self-actualization is you figuring out who you are, you reaching your highest levels in life, in every aspect. So I fell in love very briefly. So it was obviously a karmic union. Karmic union is just something that's meant to teach you something, right? Not every person that comes into your life is meant to be a lifelong partner. So this was a karmic union because, like I said previously, I was repeating those cycles. So I have an issue with putting men in my life, holding them to a certain esteem, whether they've proven that they should be there or not, right? This is no good for anyone, right? Don't go and do things by what people say to you. Go and do things by what they actually do to you and for you, right? So if there's people who don't make you feel good and you realize that, it's time to make evaluations right away. Like this karmic union, it was quick because right away I saw that the things that he said and the things that he did were not matching up at all. And then his whole situation wasn't a situation that I wanted to deal with. In all actuality, I just didn't. You know, I'm 40. I want things to be easy at this point. Love should be easy. I shouldn't have to constantly be feeling like I'm working towards something. I'm always waiting for someone to do or be something. I'm not doing that no more. I prefer to be alone than to do that. So let him go, and that was that. And the thing is, it didn't even hurt. And when I tell you that connection was strong, it was amazing. In the beginning, what? Woo! Yeah. But when it was time to let it go, it was like, all right, this is what's best for me. So anything else, it didn't even matter. Right? So, what else have I done? Colors. I realized how important colors are and how there's a reason why when you see how you go in a kid's classroom, kindergarten, it's so bright and wonderful, and how you see how happy the kids are, then what happens? You become an adult and everything is brown and beige, right? Your furniture, you go to work, everywhere you go, everything's brown and beige, bland and awful. Nothing that sparks creativity in you, nothing that you know makes you think or sparks a creative bone in your body, nothing. So I've filled with my home with all the colors that spark a light in me for whatever reason, right? Beautiful greens. I love rich colors like these, like purples and blues and pinks, oranges and greens, but deep primary colors. The colors of the chakras. I realize how they speak to me and how deep it feels, right? So all of this led me to know that your subconscious is the most important part of your whole existence. If you're not paying attention to what your subconscious is being fed, then you have no control over your life. You know, people hear words like indoctrinated and whatnot, and the first thing they say is, oh no, I'm strong-minded, I can't be. And meanwhile, you don't even know how your brain works. So you don't even know what strong-minded means. What do you need to be doing to have a strong mind? If you don't know that, then you're not strong-minded, and you have been very easily programmed and indoctrinated, whether you like to believe it or not. So that's going to be what the next video is about. And so, you know, all about what to feed it, why you're feeding it that, the things to look out for, and what you should be paying attention to. And that's it. That's where I've been. All honesty, I just need for us all to be doing better as humans. No one teaches us how to be humans. We don't learn in school how to be humans and how to be the best humans that we can be. But I learned. I'm learning exactly what you're supposed to be doing to be the best human, not the best Christian, not the best sorority member, not the best friend, not the best whatever categories you putting yourself in. Once you melt all of that away and realize you're a human first, right? Period. You're a human first. When you figure out what you need to do to be a good human, then everything else just falls right into place. But it starts with your subconscious mind. So that's what we're going to talk about in the next video. So I hope you liked this video. Hopefully it sparked something in you. And if it does, please let me know down below. Let me know what you've learned about yourself during COVID. A lot of people are doing really bad during this pandemic. They're not doing well being at home alone with their children and with their spouse or with themselves, you know? Let me know what you've been doing. Let me know how you've been able to get through it, what you're doing now that it seems like the world might be opening back up. Hopefully, but that's it for this one. So if you liked this video, please subscribe, like, and comment, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Mwah.